Hello everyone, welcome to this webinar on upgrading to BMC Remedy 9. This is being jointly co-hosted by BMC Software and Vyom Labs. So Vyom Labs is one of the largest BMC partner globally for both resale, implementations, services, training, and R&D and support partner. Vyom Labs has over 300 plus consultants globally working with BMC customers, and we specialized in especially in Remedy ITSM platform. So we want to focus on Remedy 9 upgrades in this webinar. So let me just jump on to introductions. We have in the list of speakers today myself, Siva Juturi. I'm VP of Americas for Vyom Labs. And we have Al Arun, VP of Digital Services Management from BMC Software. We have Chris Hughes, Director of Digital Services Management from BMC Software. And we have Vishal Dhanjay. He's Senior Solution Architect from Vyom Labs as well. Welcome to all the speakers. The agenda for the webinar, like I was suggesting, we are going to focus on Remedy 9 upgrades, the business value to Remedy 9 to all the customers who are leveraging Remedy ITSM platform today, whether they are on 7.6, 8.x platforms, and we will show the paths to Remedy 9. All the business drivers that are driving all the customers to move to Remedy 9 platform and the benefits, how Vyom Labs is positioning with the packaged offerings to Remedy 9 upgrade. And then we also have a promotion today on Vyom Labs assessment to those customers who are intending to move to Remedy 9. And then we want to focus on specific benefits and some case studies that Vyom Labs was involved to some customers globally to Remedy 9 platform. And then finally we'll have Q&A. You could post your questions on the chat on webinar as well. And then we'll open up for questions too. So now I'll pass it on to Chris. Go ahead and talk about the next slide on the webinar. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Chris.
So I think you know the agenda here. We in terms of why upgrade to Remedy 9. So as hopefully most of you know, BMC has put a tremendous investment into Remedy 9, modernizing this platform to help with these 4 key points. It's easier and faster with better integrations, right, which results in improved business agility. We've spent a lot of time improving the user interface experience to make that much more seamless and improved experience for your end users. We've introduced things like zero downtime upgrades and other improvements to make the total cost of ownership improved, including better performance and scalability. And with the modern platform, you can expect better security and compliance. So these are some of the key points that we would be highlighting here in your journey to upgrade to Remedy 9.
Thanks, Chris, for the introduction from BMC. So we'll move on to now specific upgrade offerings from Vyom Labs, and we'll take some questions in the end. So Vishal, take it over from here.
Thank you, Shiva. So I've been practicing BMC Remedy ITSM since version 5.x. So I've seen the journey. I've done a deep dive and seen various versions of the solution Remedy throughout the life cycle and the enrichment that it has added with the business value that it brings through the knowledge I would want to share in this particular webinar session. As a Vyom Labs platform with BMC Engage, and we'll cover the overall experience and the learnings that are there with Remedy 9 upgrade. As on date, the latest version available for Remedy is version 9.1 SP3, which has significant changes as compared to the earlier versions 7 and 8. So many organizations face the challenge for an upgrade. Today we are going to highlight the pain points or the key areas which could act as a business driver and will trigger the decision for an upgrade. We will talk about real-time ground challenges that the service desk face and the remediation for the same by adopting our package offering for upgrade to Remedy 9. We are also going to share our assessment offering, which is free of cost for a limited time period. Business drivers for decision making are primarily driven by these factors that are listed on this particular slide. For many customers, the challenge for upgrade remains cost, which is derived by time constraints, and there's a hesitation for a change to the existing stable or managed older versions of the solution. We, as Vyom Labs, are going to help you overcome this challenge with our offerings. Let us talk in detail about these factors. The number one being the compliance. The compliance is of utmost importance, predominantly for a BFSI sector and subsequent industry domains. This slide highlights the end of life date and the support status of the earlier versions. If you look at version 7.604, it was released in 2012, which is almost 5 years from now. We are living in a highly changing IT world today, where we talk about automation, robotics, machine learning, and so on. Your IT needs a definite upgrade to the latest and the best technology solution off the market. In IT service management space, which BMC Remedy 9 offers, and with the earlier versions, many a time it becomes difficult to maintain the old instances. So that can act as one of the business drivers for upgrade decisions. So the challenges become when you have to maintain your IT, few of which are mentioned over here. Let me explain you with an example. For instance, if you are using a latest version of a browser for your own Remedy instance, you might see some features not being available with the browser. Or if you are using an older instance with the operating system, to maintain the overall ecosystem, it becomes a challenge for IT to maintain these instances. It could be hardware related, or there could be a challenge to obtain the binaries even if no repository is maintained in place. Now, every customer environment is heterogeneous, wherein multiple applications integrate for handshake to meet the business operations requirements. Managing these integrations becomes difficult if the third-party solution is upgraded and your ITSM solution is still at the earlier versions. One of the key areas could be the missing design document, which makes it a difficult process for change management, since the functionality and the low-level design is captured in the document and it details of the solution. We'll talk about more for the business drivers that affect the decision, performance being again of one of the most important criteria for an upgrade. So as compared to the earlier versions, performance for full text search has now become 10 times faster than before in Remedy 9. Due to heavy data, over a period of time, the time consumed for the notification is higher if the configurations are not in place. With Remedy 9, the platform is made lighter, the performance is highly improved, and even for the UDM and approval, since the UDM is now supporting Pentaho 6.0.1, it has improved significantly on the performance. We also talk about the business drivers where there are mobility requirements. So today's IT, it requires a social, collaborative, and persona-based user experience, which BMC provides with their mobility solution Smart IT, which is for the staff, and My IT for end users. The mobility captures the real-time data for sharing, and critical operation information is delivered, read in the real time. It offers a portability where it has the ability to use the device anywhere and extend the digital communication and capability to all employees, leading to an engagement and enablement. It accesses data and context where we get better productivity, better customer service, and access to critical knowledge for safety and upskilling. By having the ability to share the information, the employees could use their own tablets or smartphones, and the BYOD policy could be implemented where enhanced customer service and knowledge transfer and learning could be implemented. It improved the user experience is what the mobility solution offers, and one of the decisions could be related to the requirement, wherein the streamlined and improved user experience is of utmost importance. So there is a higher adoption and better engagement with reduced cost and process efficiency that helps again to reduce the cost by making the system independent. Let's move on to the next business driver. As we talk about mobility, there are additional drivers that accelerate the decision-making capability. Where end-user adoption, end users typically require a minimal data feed and less complex systems. BMC Remedy ITSM provides easy-to-use interface and a faster system. Many a time, traversing a service catalog becomes a difficult task for users. So we, as Vyom Labs, offer unified catalog, which will suit best to your customer and IT needs that will contain your technical service catalog and business service catalog. So the next slide talks about our package offerings. We have fixed time and fixed cost package offer, which includes the base package and the premium package. For our base package, Remedy versions that are considered to upgrade are 7604, 8.0, 8.1, and 9.0, which is a 10-week basic upgrade and a 2-week of offshore hand-holding support. The data migration in this package includes the foundation data, open tickets, CI, service catalog, and Delta data migration. All the customizations will be moved along with this package with the as-is to Remedy 9. Standard email and AD integrations will be moved as-is to Remedy 9, and any top-ups can be chosen from the listed add-ons at minimal cost that you see on the screen on the right-hand side. So we have two package offerings, a base package and a premium package, and our base package can be combined with the additional top-up add-ons, or a premium package could be combined with additional top-ups or add-ons. The premium package contains the base offering plus My IT, Smart IT, and Smart Reporting for 15 weeks of engagement, plus 2 weeks of offshore hand-holding support that we offer. My IT and Smart IT implementations will be out of the box for both mobile and web access. 100 plus out of the box reports will be configured for Smart Reporting, and training on My IT, Smart IT, and Smart Reporting will be included with this premium package. To know more about our top-ups can be combined with either package, and they include RSSO integration, HR case management, system testing, health check, and assessment, and our IPs, which is a CAP certified performance test tool. As you see on the screen, it is a TAP premium partner and a certified product, and our Automation Edge, which is a BMC market zone product, and any other specific client requirement can be accommodated in the top-up or with the add-on. With that, let's move on to the next business decision driver, which is whether an upgrade is complex or an easy process. Many clients do not upgrade considering it to be a tedious task. Well, BMC has simplified the process, and with Vyom methodology, we will be able to perform seamless upgrades. There are two types of upgrade process, in place and staged. No data migration is needed with in-place process. It utilizes your existing environment that meets your sizing recommendation, hardware requirements, and database requirements. Choosing the right method will ensure seamless upgrade. With our assessment offering, we will be recommending the upgrade method. So the next slide details our assessment promotion. So we are offering a free 2-day Remedy 9 assessment promotion, wherein the coverage will be for as-is analysis that will capture and document your current implementation process, where we are saying it is a current Remedy platform audit, and recommendations document which will detail out the best practices for the new system, along with gap identification as one of the deliverables that will highlight your customization and whether these customizations can be leveraged with new Remedy 9 functionality. Also, it will capture the tool features which are not used or not configured for various reasons. Post-assessment, we will share upgrade roadmap that will detail out if it is a phased approach, and we will also share the high-level plan as one of the deliverables for this assessment. Along with this, a suitable methodology consideration will be provided depending upon the environment, existing environment. This is a 30-day promotional offer since we operate across the globe for various regions and will cater early enrollment that we receive. To enroll, you can contact us at info@vyomlabs.com. Let us now see additional benefits of upgrade. With Remedy 9, it benefits the business by its business value it brings to the service desk and ITSM professionals, along with administrators and on-premise customers. For instance, change management now has a drag and drop intuitive wizard for rapid change request entry. You can easily add CIs to the change request with the dynamic queries, and there can be automated change execution with BMC products such as Blade Logic and other tools. A calendar view with collision display is available. It offers a smart reporting solution which has 90+ out-of-the-box best practice ITSM reports. These are available on web, iOS, and Android. It has a powerful drag and drop report and chart creation, and includes Remedy ITSM user licenses. With Remedy 9, what it offers is knowledge-centered support, which helps in obtaining the first call resolution. It improves the self-service for business users and helps the service desk agent reduce time to resolve the incident. The knowledge gets created and evolved as a part of your normal support process and is now embedded in Remedy 9.1.x. It provides a modern user experience which drives new user tool adoption and minimizes your training requirements for sure. It improves context-aware search and optimized for mobile and web, and provides a social collaborative tool with a powerful email engine. To talk more about the benefits of upgrading to Remedy 9, for on-prem customers and administrators, there are a lot of features which are a part of Remedy 9. That includes accelerated upgrades. So also it details the report of the time taken by BMC ITSM installer to perform the upgrade of the Remedy application, and it can document the detailed time that is required through the process. As mentioned by Chris, it now offers a zero downtime. So there are certain restrictions you need to follow for zero downtime for secondary servers and mid-tiers, and there are some AR system configurations that needs to be taken care of. It provides auto archiving, where default is a 24 hours, but it is configurable, and you can introduce policy-driven auto archiving capability, which is provided as a part of Remedy 9 auto archiving feature. It has an enhanced CMDB and call to home feature where you save a lot of time, hours of time troubleshooting the issues. Instead, you can have a call to home feature and get connected with BMC support. Also, it provides 100% Java with 50% less coding, and 100+ third-party libraries are updated along with version 9. It has an optimized search and Remedy single sign-on, which is lightweight and simpler to configure, supporting LDAP, Kerberos, and many other protocols. We talk now about our experience wherein we are operating globally for various customers and have done implementations and upgrades to Remedy 9. For instance, I'd like to talk about Telefonica, where it was a Remedy on-demand environment upgraded to version 9, where the customer had a heavy customization for CMDB and the database size was huge. So they had distributed service desks across Mexico, Brazil, and other regions. Post-upgrade, the customizations were carried forward, providing up-to-date view of the people, IT infrastructure, helping the client in operating services with a clear insight into all of the parameters. We have done the upgrades for Muntajat from version 8 to 9, so we moved them from paper-based to automated solution, and for Enoch, where they had performance issues with the earlier version, which were eliminated with the version 9 implementation. With this, we move on to our question and answer section, and we'll try to answer as much as we could from the chat window. If you have your questions, we may look at it and try and answer the same.
Yeah, thank you, Vishal. Yeah, if any of you have any queries, like Vishal suggested, just put those questions over the chat panel and we'll go ahead and respond to them.
Okay, so we have received one wherein the question is related to, are there any changes being made to smart reporting with this release? BMC Smart Reporting, it supports the subquery now, and in addition, new reports are added for release management and knowledge management, and new KPIs are added for incidents and work orders. I'll try and pick up more. So one of them is, how will you perform the assessment? So there are various parameters which we have discussed for the decision making. So we will do it remotely, and we'll need a Spock from the client side to get engaged and perform the assessment for 2 days. This is quite a technical question, must say. So should the rollback procedure be followed on a primary or a secondary server? So this is more technical to the upgrade process. BMC has provided a intuitive guide to follow the steps for an upgrade. In addition to that, in specific to this question, I would like to answer is, rollback allows to restore the objects in the package to the pre-deployment state. So if any issues are found during the validation, and this activity should be performed on the primary server. I think a lot of technical people are joining in. So this is again related to how is the search improved for multi-form search. So this is, with this release, there is a new aggregated field that has been added to the index file for multi-form search. So the aggregated field is a collection of all the fields in the index file. And the AR system server, it searches on this field to produce the better results. And that is how you see a highly improved search functionality.
Yeah, I see one question on BMC Remedy 9 roadmap. What will be the next version and the timeline for the same? Chris, you want to take that in terms of what's next?
Well, I'm sure. So the question is, what's the roadmap for Remedy in the next 6 months? We will be releasing another service pack, Service Pack 4. Service Pack 3 was just recently released in June, and so we have that cadence going there, and you know, that's the primary thing. I don't have at my fingertips, you know, kind of the planning around that, but off the top of my head, I do know that we're continuing on the same sorts of themes that we've addressed with Service Pack 2 and Service Pack 3, namely, which is improving the experience, you know, improving the install experience, in particular the install upgrade experience, overall improving the quality and that sort of thing, you know, so those are the main points, I believe.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I see one question on the assessment program or the promotion. Yes, this promotion is valid for 30 days, and if you want to avail this promotion, like Vishal suggested, we would do a 2-day assessment, preferably remote, so that we could assess your environment and then provide recommendations, and then give you a roadmap for the upgrade as well as part of the assessment. So, you have 30 days to avail that, and reach out to info@vyomlabs.com for the same.
Thanks, Shiva. I see a couple of questions. One of them is on, can you also host version 9 or migrate in a cloud infrastructure, and what's the cost difference? So to answer to this particular question, we can take it up as an assessment exercise, and understanding your environment, we would be able to provide you the required information related to the cost difference for a cloud infrastructure environment. And again, I think it is from Salonia, if I have mispronounced it, I'm sorry. How do you migrate SRM and knowledge? So the Remedy 9 upgrade method is available. It's a seamless upgrade, zero downtime. You go in for your AR system servers, your CMDB and SRM, SLM and ITSM applications. So if your environment is indifferent, we need to perform the assessment, and based on our assessment, we'll give you the roadmap that will help you understand how the SRM and the knowledge management, Remedy knowledge management, can be migrated to the latest version. I think this question is from Melanie. Is it really a zero downtime? Yes, definitely, Melanie. For AR system and CMDB platform, the upgrades are in a server group. So this zero downtime is available for all supported platforms and databases. You need to follow certain restrictions for the zero downtime, and it will be in place of the zero downtime upgrade procedure. Yes, Shiva, over to you.
Yeah, I see one question. Whether the assessment would be specific to only on-premise customers, or would it also be applicable to Remedy on demand upgrade or migration? So yes, this assessment is not just specific to on-premise upgrade. If you are interested in exploring the option for Remedy on demand, going from an on-premise instance, this assessment will cover the recommendations for Remedy on demand upgrade as well. Do we have any more questions, Vishal?
Yes, Shiva, I think Melanie has more. Melanie, we would definitely want to get in touch with you. Your questions related to zero downtime, whether it is achieved. So definitely with our assessment, we'll help you understand and provide you the documentation for the same, for a single app server environment also, or for if you have a server group, for that as well. I would quickly like to summarize this webinar, wherein what we talked about was the seamless upgrade procedure that BMC has made available with this release. The business drivers that help make the decision to upgrade, since we are providing a fixed cost, fixed time solution with our base and a premium package offering and add-ons for our IP. And the assessment offering, which is valid for 30 days, which would definitely build a great insight and help you overcome if you're facing challenges for the decision making for upgrade to the Remedy 9 latest platform.
Thanks, Vishal. I would like to thank Al Aron and Chris Hughes from BMC Software to be part of this webinar, and thank you all for joining in as well, and Vishal, you too. So thanks everyone for attending this webinar. You all have a good day.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris. Bye-bye.